So I'm watching the Grammys Sunday, and they scan the crowd. And I go, hey, man, there's Steve Aoki. And I go, I'm going to be talking to him Monday, musician extraordinaire. So I want to know, what's the coolest thing you saw and the coolest person you were sitting by?
I was sitting in front of Joe Jonas.
Okay.
I was sitting across from Chance the Rapper, and he just took it down.
We had Joe Jonas on the show.
Yeah, and or this group DNC.
Yeah.
I mean, I was sitting right across from Chance. Chance was, you know, I think he was the star of the Grammys.
You were nominated for the film I'll Sleep When I'm Dead. Netflix, everybody, check it out. You lost to Ron Howard, who did a film on the Beatles. Now, is that like losing to the Patriots in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's the Beatles. You can't, like, when you see your name up there against Beyonce and the Beatles, you're just like, you're just happy to be there. I'm like, wow, I can't believe I'm just a contender or nominee. But yeah, I'm just happy people got to see the film and be connected to it. You know, the feedback has been incredible.
What kind of sports fan are you?
I'm a snowboarder.
Okay.
I like the winter sports.
I heard you were to badminton what Forrest Gump was to table tennis. Is that true or false?
I won a few games. I won a few games, but I gave up the racket in high school to pursue other dreams.
All right.
You know.
You also swim with Michael Phelps, someone told me.
Michael Phelps is a homie. He's a good friend.
All right.
I taught him how to DJ.
What kind of DJ is Michael Phelps?
He's good. He's got good selection. First of all, you have to be a selector. You know, you have to like be able to navigate through the crowd. So when we did the trade-off, you know, I learned some essentials on swimming, and he told me one thing is you got to be level, you got to be flat. And we did a race, and I was in a boat, and he was swimming, and of course he beat me, but you know, he's a great guy.
He didn't make you go Speedo, did he?
We did Speedos. I went full Speedo.
You went full Speedo?
Yeah, you have to do it. You know, if you're Michael Phelps, he's like, you got to go full Speedo. I got to do it. I don't have a choice.
Now, where do you find the time to do all this snowboarding, paddling, badminton, when you're the hardest working man in show business, working 300 nights a year?
Well, you got to, I mean, it's time management. I have the best team in town. You know, I have a team I have multiple teams, actually. So all across my businesses, I have different teams that organize all the different things I'm doing. So vacation is also work,
right.
But work is life, so I love it.
When did you know this is what I was meant to do?
I mean, every step of the way. It's not like I had like a, you know, when people say you need your 5-year plan, your 10-year plan. I never thought about life in that long-term play. You know, it's like, this is what I love to do at this moment, and I'm going to build upon what I have here and make it the best I can at the moment.
They say how the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Your dad, Rocky Aoki, founded Benihana, Wrestling Hall of Fame, boater. How much of you is him, and vice versa, your late father?
I'd have to say that the energy and the adrenaline that he seeks is definitely running through my blood. And I find that same, you know, the thrill and the challenge where you know, to meet the impossible and find a way to get there.
His spirit, wherever it might be, is looking at your film and looking at you, and what's he thinking?
You know, it's like, it's crazy how it's tough to process when you really think about it, because everything, you know, I mean, it's been some time since it took time to get to where I am, but I feel like it got so, like, I'm doing so many things, I haven't like stood back to process, you know, what it would be like if my father was here. And yeah, you know, he's a man of very, very little words, you know, very traditional Japanese man. I don't think he would say very much, but I think he'd give me the nod.
Give you the nod. It's all about the nod.
Yeah.
I'll Sleep When I'm Dead is the movie. It's on Netflix. Steve Aoki is the man.